I'll tell you what happened. About 18 years ago, maybe a little longer, John came and said, I really want to start an event that will be exciting for people and will raise money for non-for-profit organizations and youth. I said, okay, great. And a little time went by and he called me up. He says, look, I need for you to have a dinner at your house on Thursday night. And I've got about 10 people from out of town coming, and I'd like for you to host them, and then we're going to play golf and raise money for the Fellowship Open. I said, sure, no problem. And so about 20 people showed up that night, and we had a very nice event. They golfed the next day, and things went really well. So the next year he calls me, he says, look, we're going to do this again. He says, and it'll probably be about 20 people showing up on Thursday night for dinner. He says, so can you host them at your home? And we're going to raise some money for charity and youth, and let's do this. I said, no problem. So on that Thursday night, about 50 people showed up. So I'm setting up tables in my living room, my dining room, my library, just all over my house. So we had a great time. And so the third year I said to him, how many people are going to show up? And he says, I have no idea. And he says, well, it probably will be more than 50. So we started the event, and it's just been successful. And now here we are 18 years later. They've given over $2 million to non-for-profit organizations and scholarships, just have empowered so many young people in the city of Milwaukee, and they're mentoring young men to be the next leaders for America.
How are you selecting these young men? Because we're talking with a couple of, I am thoroughly impressed. Two have just graduated from high school, one from college, and they're there already.
It's amazing. They have a process that they look for, and it's you don't have to be the smartest young man. You just have to be a young man that has passion, desire, and a will to win. And now they even are starting the youth younger. They have a youth camp or whatever they call it. I'm not sure the exact title during the Fellowship Open, so they can see the class in front of them getting ready for college and getting ready to go out into society. And then they see the young men that are coming back every year working in different organizations. John has done a phenomenal job working with various corporations in Milwaukee, and they're hiring these fellows doing summer internships with them. And it's just an amazing program. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
How do the young men find out about the program?
It's basically word of mouth. Of course, social media is so busy right now, and other young men telling other young men, and parents that have an interest in promoting their youth to excellence, looking for programs that work for them. So it's really more word of mouth and spreading the word through kind of social media that this program exists, and it promotes and supports and gives donations and helps to educate, and not just educate but mentor. That's one of the key things that I like about the program, because they just don't leave the young men out there to swim by themselves. They show them what they can be, the possibilities of what should or could happen. So for me, I have thousands of employees that work for me personally, but this program is very near and dear to my heart.
What can we let the Milwaukee area know about this program? 'Cause talking to the young people, we've spoken to so few, I'm just floored.
You will be amazed with the young. I know my son went to Spelman. I'm not Spelman. He was over at Spelman quite a bit, but he went to Morehouse, right? And some of the fellows came down, and they were a couple years behind him, and he was able to reach back and talk to them about what it really means to not just be a role model for other African-American males, but also what it means to come back to Milwaukee, because many of our youth, they don't come back to Milwaukee. And so we encourage young people, go through the intern programs and internships, and then return back to Milwaukee, and let's build this together. So I'm very pleased as a sponsor with what this program is delivering for our community.
The young men who's representing, they're representing well.
Great. And the great news is golfers come from all across the country Some of my corporate partners are here from Philadelphia and other parts of the United States to support this initiative. So hats off to John and those that work with him in the Fellowship Open and Fellows Program. He has a great team of individuals working with him.